Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to shut the stream down and restart and correct a possible problem where personal information may have been shown inadvertently. But I'm catching a scammer on Instagram wanting to flip cash. Let me just temporarily obscure part of the side of the screen I don't want to show. Let me just put that in front. Let me just temporarily overlay the background, block out half the screen that has numbers showing that are not my numbers. Temporarily block out one side of the screen as an overlay view. Put me down here. I know what I'm doing in exposing scammers, but I'm trying to avoid showing innocent people's information that isn't mine. Trying to do censorship. Hold on. Please wait. Okay, so now let me just do this. As you can see, this person at 402-265-8707 is talking about money flipping, and I'm in the middle of trying to expose them, like out them as a scammer. I did have to shut down my last stream and make a new one real quick to avoid showing personal information. Hold on. Okay, we're back. It says, do you have Cash App? I'm going to say no. Why? This is one of those Cash App scams because they're asking if I use Cash App. And I repeat, I never use apps such as Cash App for any of that. So let me temporarily minimize the Streamlabs OBS window so I can see chat. Let me use the YouTube's pop-out chat. Okay, let me just drag that over to close down chat. Hi, Frostbite. I'm in the middle of trying to bust a scammer on Instagram via Cash App. I'm trying to bust them literally make video footage of this to announce that scammers are going to start doing these Cash App things, and I'm not really happy of scammers, period. I've caught a few on video, live on video, like with their hands red-handed, and I'm getting back to that Instagram one. If you look, it says, what about PayPal? If you just pay attention, you'll see what I mean. I am not giving out any financial information to scammers. I'm not. In fact, I'll take back what I'm going to say to the other person. I am going to do Steam gaming as well, but I'm actually taking the time to take a break and focus on scammers. My Google Voice number is blocked to one side, so I have my overlay to the right, covering up anything sensitive. To the left is to the scammer's phone number, which is 402-265-8707. So you can actually write down this number or do anything with this number. This number is a scammer operating behind it. And there's their Instagram here, right here, Charlotte Flip Cash. Basically, right here, about flipping money when in reality it's a scam. Their number is 402-265-8707. It uses a text now. Let me take you to their Instagram. This is what their profile looks like. This is their pictures. This is all relating to the Cash App. Scammers take advantage of people on Cash App. Therefore, I shouldn't have to say this, but don't rely on Cash App too much because it's a scammer hotbed of scams, of taking $10 and flipping it tenfold higher than what you get. Here's a Western Union image that looks really weird. Like, this is weird about transferring money to people by taking $10 and you get $200 or more out. So these are all the images. Here's another. These images may be stolen off the net. I don't know. But here's an MTCN number involving that. So I would suggest if you wanted to take this, take the number and mess with it. The voice audio is low because my mic will distort out. But let me try to up boost my volume a little bit. It may get a little static and distorted, but I'm trying to up boost. But here you go. I use Instagram, but I block scammers or people that try to scam me out of money or anything. But these are scammers. I can catch them instantly by recording them on YouTube and showing them off. Like, look, they're mostly from Africa, is by the looks of it. Here's another one. Here's all these images that flaunt Cash App. Now, I do apologize if my audio is low because there's mild distortion if I have the microphone too close to me. So I've got it farther back to where it's not a problem. I'm farther from my mic. Here's another one. So this is a scammer profile that flaunts the use of Cash App. I said, prove it. For privacy reasons, the right side of the screen you're looking at, I've got numbers, personal numbers. My Google Voice number is blocked on the right-hand side, so everything to the right is blocked out, while everything to the left of that is obscured for you to see the scammer. But everything to the right of that is covered up by my picture and overlay. The screen is not cropped. It is just that the rightmost from the bottom of from the top of the browser bar down is covered, but to the leftmost, from the taskbar to where the Dig Dug icon is to the far left is uncensored, but past that Dig Dug icon in the system tray is blocked. So here we go. I'm going to leave them on. I have gotten scammers such as refund scams. I will let it play through my desktop speakers so you can hear for yourself.
As per our records, you have paid for your computer technical support recently, and we are calling you today to refund your money back, as we are shutting down our business. Press 1 to get the refund. Press 2 if you have received the refund from us already. Press 3 if you do not wish to get the refund from us. Press 4 if you want to be added in DNC list. I repeat, this is an emergency call from your computer support company, so please do not hang up the call.
I'm
As
doing
for a
I'm doing a
record you
little bit of
have paid for
scam
your computer
baiting,
technical
somewhat
support
similar to a
recently,
scammer
and we are
remote
calling you
other
today
scam
to
baiters
refund your
do,
money
except
back.
I'm doing this in a
As
way
we are
that's not
shutting down our
illegal.
business,
I repeat, I'm not
press
doing
1 to
this in
get
a
the
way that is
refund.
not
Press 2 if you have
illegal.
received the refund from us already.
I'm not
Press
going too
3 if you
far
do
as to
not wish
using
to get the
rats on a
refund from
person's
us.
computer.
Press 4 if you want to
I
be
say
added
this
in
because
DMC
using
list.
rats on a scammer's machine is illegal, because even though some scam baiters in America rat scammers in India, there's a jurisdiction issue where scam baiters in America attempt to rat a scammer's machine that's way in India to a point where the scammer cannot report that they've been ratted by someone that's in USA using a remote access Trojan on the scammer's machine, because India and USA are two different countries, and the jurisdictions of cybercrime or anything like that are not cross jurisdiction. There will be some mild static audio coming in, but there's an issue involving the mic, so I'm having to adjust down the decibel level until it does not hit the red or yellow zone. But let me enable optimization of my audio. Hang on, let me just turn on the audio, the mic volume momentarily, just a smidge. Okay, sound mixer options. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, I'm going to adjust that audio a bit more to reduce the static in it. I'm far away from my mic, and I'm still getting static audio still. I'm so far away from it, so let me just check to see if the audio volume isn't so loud, maybe causing the static crackling. I'm using a Logitech webcam mic, so that's the best I can do here. Let me just turn down my volume just a smidge bit more. I'm leaving it volume 81, so that should minimize the bad staticky, so that it's not too noticeable. Okay, that's one example. Here you go. We're back to where we are. I'm not going to actually send money to this scammer. I'm not. I'm going to trick them along and see what happens if they react to it. No, I do have a Visa Walmart gift card. This gift card's already been used. This card's been used up already. There's only 10 cents on here. This had $100, but it's already been used. So the scammer will get a used up card number like that. I'm using this as a guinea pig goat trap. Okay, I have the number, I have the thing. It's focusing on my face instead of the card, but this right here will be used as a trap for the scammer. Scammers on Instagram will try to follow people and try to snare them into the whole cash flip. I'm going to literally string the scammer along. You can call 402-265-8707 or text this number like crazy to overwhelm the scammer's number. This should possibly cause them to shut down the text now number and things like that. Let me show you text now. This is text now. It's a free calling texting app service. Let me just downgrade my mic volume just a smidge more. where it's still I can still be heard, but the static won't be so noticeable. This is what it looks like. Text now. Text now is a phone service and an app, and it allows you to make phone numbers endlessly. Like, it assigns you one number, but obviously what my annoyance with this is that scammers abuse text now. It allows you to make calls with international rates. It's a phone service provider. You can actually use a SIM card. That way, you have enabled phones such as Motorola Moto E5, E5 Play. You have the Apple iPhone LG SIM activation kit. So basically, TextNow is an actual phone service provider via TextNow. And this is what it is. It gives you calls and networks. It supports CDMA phones. That's what it supports. But it gives you data, unlimited high-speed data for $39.99 a month, or 2 gigs high-speed, $19.99 a month, 2 gigs of high-speed data. Things like that. So TextNow is a legitimate cell phone provider that is MVNA, or no, not MVNA, it's MVNO, but it uses Verizon's towers by the looks of it. So we'll go back to that. So they're using CDMA, which is Code Division Multiple Access. That's a type of old network technology that is so dead by now. Verizon Wireless and Sprint were CDMA providers. T-Mobile and AT&T are GSM, while Verizon and Sprint were CDMA based. We'll go back to this. So basically, I'm going to unmask this scammer. I do a little bit of scammer. Like, rip the mask off the scammer to find out who they really are. Now, if we go back to the messages. I usually would block scammers on Facebook and Instagram. I would just block them, and I don't have to worry about them again. But the most thing you could do is just block scammers and move on. Thank you for I do want to help. I want you to be a bit of assistance to me, Frostbite. Since you've dealt with scammers and other people, I want y'all to do some detective digging work into this number. The number appears to be spoofed, is what your guess is, but feel free to do more work on this and try to harass that number or try to go after this person because they're involving Cash App scams, and that's what it looks like it is. So I'm not falling for it. I'm just leading the scammers in. I've already had scammers flood my Google Voice number, which is 706-395-5020. That's just a Google Voice number I have. And scammers have already been flooding that number ever since. Already. With multiple robocalls sent to my Google Voice number voicemail. As soon as we load the spam category, these are all the numbers that have been sent to spam. For you, Frostbites, I will automatically download a recording and release it to you so you can hear for yourself. You basically just drop it to you through a Dropbox or a link share. I have multiple of these. But I have downloaded the voicemail, which I have saved. So if anyone wants that voicemail file for me, then you'll have to get a hold of me on my Proton mail address I'll show you. I use Proton Mail as well, but here I will show you my email address. Log in. This is a public-facing email address. It does get spam, but it's public-facing. Let me just show you. It is WilliamBA24 at protonmail.com. Let me delete, move to trash. Let's see, I want to verify that nothing spam, nothing inappropriate is showing. You should no sensitive information visible. I want to. I'll show you my Proton Mail so people can reach me about anything confidential and involving scammers. But my public email address will be publicly put where you can see it in big lettering. Let me go to my notepad on my computer through Windows and put my email address there. Make it huge. I'm going to Control plus that to where it gets really, really large. So this is where people can reach me on in regards to scams and things like that, or information about scammers. I can actually hand over and donate. Yes, the scammers on Instagram. And let me give you their Instagram for free. Let me take myself to my own YouTube channel. I'll put the link to this program Instagram, or this Instagrammer's profile in my channel chat. I will go directly to my own stream and drop it there so you can see for yourself. I'm going to go ahead and drop it there so y'all can go look at it. Let me take myself. Go to where that link is and drop down there to see for yourselves. There's my email at Proton Mail. There's this scammer right here on Instagram. This is a scammer because there's a ton of mistakes that the scammer makes that gives themselves away. Charlotte Flip Cash is right here. This is a scammer. Up here is my WilliamBA24 at protonmail.com. So I will continuously leave that up down below. It'll get covered up by the browser window of Edge, but that's just fine. But look at the spelling error, using to. Instead of T-O, it's using T-O-O. I know the scammer is going to say you'll get your money back, but that's bullshit. I know it is. Because the scammer is going to take the money and run. You'll never see that money back. So I'm not going to do that. I will get you that voicemail file to have. It's yours to keep. Hang on. An attachment. Hold on, let me find out how to attachments. Music. I do have voicemail files and some forms of audio files of scammers that I can release to people at any given moment. But here you go. Send. It's sent to you. It is encrypted with Proton Mail's public key, my public key. It is in a blank email. So look down inside there and you'll find your clue. You'll find your trinket. So you can take that. Half the scammer numbers, to be honest, Frostbite, are shut down. So this number is a Text Now number you can now harass because it goes directly to a Text Now subscriber. And that's what you can do. You can actually harass the scammer yourself. I dare you to. Their Google Voice number is here, so feel free to overwhelm the 402-265-8707. Feel free to distribute denial that number, to overwhelm that number so hard that the scammer has to shut that number down. And I'm going to jump to the Instagram side of things because they're now messaging me there. Also, I'm doing this to catch scammers. I'm honeypotting myself as a scammer trap. I will still play video games, but I want to see how long I can make this last on stream at the same time. Let me go ahead and try to add another overlay to cover up other people's Instagrams so I would not, to avoid causing problems. Let me copy, let me paste duplicate, paste reference. Let me just use this as a blackout to black out the other side. Just drag all that behind. Rearrange so it only shows the person that I'm trying to target. Okay, now that's fixed. Let me just drag that window back. I'm using images to censor parts out of the screen that I don't want to show that are innocent. So now you can see for yourself. Back to the thing. This is that scammer that is coming problem. Hold on, refresh. Whoops. Let me temporarily block my screen. Auto block. Hold on. I'm going to auto block my screen now to avoid showing sensitive personal information. Time to auto block it. Auto block is now on. Back to what we were doing. I'm going to unblock my display and jump back onto the scammer. I'm waiting for the scammer to respond, so I'm going to close out my mail, my Proton mail. My Proton mail address is actually publicly open. It's open to the public, but my other email address, my Google Gmail, is kept private, while my Proton mail address is facingly public, like out public. I'm going to play a little bit of Dig Dug while I wait for the scammer to respond since it'll be some time. I'm gonna go back to gameplay. I'm trying to shut down scammers, not to say anything becoming a victim. Pleasant Green, another YouTuber, does the exact same thing. Pleasant Green fights scammers too as well. So I'm trying to do what he does to stop scammers. So victims don't get, so people don't become victims or get taken advantage financially and sexually. The audio of Dig Dug's got glitched out. So there's going to be reach round 100 and hit round 256 to trigger a kill screen. Let me see what the scammer's saying. Nothing yet. Let me verify Google Voice. I do have a Google Voice number that scammers have dialed, which is 706-395-5020. That is the number that I have that scammers have rung more than one time. So that is a honeypot for scammers. A big honeypot, and I hardly ever use this number anyway. Okay, I'm going to verify if the scammer's still there. I don't know what, but this takes time for them to respond. So I'll just get on with it. Get on with some gameplay. The audio of the game Dig Dug may get a little stuttery and scratchy because of what's happening with the game. There you go. Make sure you credit where you got the voicemail from. Oops. The goal of me doing live streams and doing scammers while I'm doing video game streams is to get two birds with one stone. pellets stop working in later rounds. They don't work. That's why I die too soon. I'm going to check to see what the scammer has to say next. Most of these numbers you see in spam are nothing more than just scam numbers that have been terminated or been blocked due for fraudulent use. Hold on, I'm trying to see if the scammer is still going to say something. They're asking me if I'm ready to make the payment now. So I'm going to see how they react. I'm going to try to honeypot them and put them into a trap. Okay, they said something on my Google Voice, so let me go back there. Okay then, my Google Voice Messages is still currently not loading at this time. Okay, I'm going to go to my Google Voice on my iPad since I cannot do this over the computer as well. This person says, yes, I'm about to send you the available PayPal account now. I don't know what it means. Let me temporarily reblock my screen again and get to my PayPal real quick to see if something's there. Hold on. Uh, My screen is temporarily blanked. I'm trying to wait to see what the scammer's going to say. But I will go ahead and unblank my screen right now. And put it up. There's my Proton mail address still. If you can see part of it, but right now I'm going to wait and jump back to the gameplay. Don't save. Close, close. I got the Windows sandbox I didn't mean to open, but it won't open. There, back to games. I'm gonna go get me something to eat a little bit. Be right back. I always blink my screen out temporarily. Okay, here we go. Irene, what the huh? Okay, I'm gonna go back to what the scammer's saying. Hold on, put my earbuds in. Okay, you should be able to see my screen and to see what the Outlook.com address is. I'm going to put on a VPN or use a VPN temporarily. Let me blink out my screen so I can log into my VPN. I'm using a VPN to avoid revealing my actual location where I am. Hang on. Well, he's not going to get it from me. I am definitely going to get him back. I'm going to let him have his way. I'm going to really get with him. Let me just unblock my screen again and I'll get back to it. So now this is multiple email addresses. One is irenembongo@outlook.com and one is at jamazemail5@gmail.com. You know, that's what the scammer wants, but the scammer's not going to get it. Let's see. I'm going to try logging into the scammer's email address. Whoops, hold on. I'm going to show my own screen. My own email. Let me block out. Whoops. Okay, it is the scammer is using Outlook and using a gmail.com and using multiple email addresses for sketchy things. Let me unblock my screen. I will get back to playing video games, but I'm trying to get the scammer to melt down or lose their temper and really show them how not to mess with a guy like me that knows that scammers will steal money and we won't get the money back. I'm going to figure out how can I trick the scammers to think that I did send them a screenshot of the payment. I'm going to want to figure out how to trick them. And that image of Charlotte Flipcash, it's a fake image because there's no telling who's on the other end of that. I will try to generate a fake MTC, a money transfer control number. We'll try to get something that isn't really real from 419awareness.wordpress.com. This site called 419awareness.wordpress.com talks about scammers are trying to con people out of money, and it exposes them. So I'm gonna play a little trick. I taste their own medicine. I'm going to try to use a Grabify IP logger and see where they really are, and try to see if I can unmask their location. Pleasant Green has managed to use Grabify IP logger to see where scammers are. And I'm going to do the same. The scammer like, are you playing games with me? Hold on while I unblock. My desktop is still unblocked, so it's still visible. This isn't getting anywhere, is this? I'll make up a lie to get out of that. I am aware that scammers will take money and disappear from would-be victims, such as cash flipping. They'll just whoosh, they'll just snatch that money away from you and run with it, and they won't look back. And I'm no dummy. I know exactly what will happen if we sent actual money to a scammer. They'll just take it and run from it. Hang on, let me verify why my desktop's still not showing. Okay, I'm having to use pictures to block out certain aspects of the desktop, but I can't censor out directly, so I'm having to do pass. Okay, that's weird. I'm not showing my desktop. Hold on, I need to overlay it. So let me just refresh something. I'm trying to avoid showing sensitive information, which is to why you can't see anything. Let me just minimize some backgrounds, and I will automatically put the display capture up top of all of that. There, you can see the screen again, but I had to verify to avoid showing any sensitive phone numbers that are innocent. I'm trying to stall the scammer. The scammer must be in Nigeria or Middle East or in Africa because I cannot get the scammer to reveal its true location. It just isn't going to happen here. I'm going to send a Visa gift card number instead. I'm automatically doing this instead of sending a credit card out. This particular type of card. This is a Visa gift card that's only usable once. It's not reloadable. I repeat, this is a non-reloadable gift card. So I'm using this card because the funds have already been used up. So I'm using this as a dummy card to trick scammers. So I wonder how this is going to go. Uh, Oh, I had my video camera overlay covered by the display capture overlay, so I'm going to show this card right here is an empty Visa gift card, so I'm going to give them a snapshot. Yes, I'm messing with the scammer. The scammer found my Instagram and wanted to follow me on Instagram about cash flipping, so I'm going to give them something they might regret getting. I figure out how to do this without walking out that. Don't worry, the funds in the gift card have already been used, so I snapped a photo of what the cards look like, of what it looks like directly. Yeah, so this card is actually used up already, so there's only 10 cents on here that I'm going to trick the scammer with this. And earlier, I don't understand why this scammer wants the receipt with it. I don't understand why. I know what you mean by special friend. In fact, I'm going to block them on Instagram. I know what to do there. Instagram, profile, block, block. Simple as that. Whew. I say, nope, you idiot. You fell for your own scam. I scam you back. Time to let this person have it. This person says I'm not, that they're not, it's not a scam, but they're so wrong. I'm going to give them a link to my YouTube stream to expose them. Say they've been exposed. Exposed. I'm going to expose you. Expose. Expose. I'm going to so get them. I'm going to roast them. The scammers are going to play dumb. Their number is 402-265-8707. I'm going to send them a link to Pleasant Green's YouTube channel. I'm really going to get them torn apart thin. Yes! Yes! I did it! I did it! Woo! You busted, scammer! Yes! Yes! Just finally did it. Woo-hoo! That's what I wanted to do. Bust a scammer. Now I'm waiting for the scammer to respond to see if they're going to respond or not. If they aren't, then I'm going to laugh. Another scammer shut down by me, thanks to me. Back to gaming. So it's not so cropped out. Let me just close that. Let me just re-hide my camera overlay. Time for some Ms. Pac-Man. Whoa. Oops. Maybe I do Galaga instead of doing terrible like this Pac-Man. Dang it. Game over. I lost. Not quite. Woo. Oops. Ouch. Unfortunately, in Pac-Man, power pellet stopped working after a certain more round. Becoming useless to me. Game died.